like a Hellcat.
Before we get started, I have a favor. If you enjoy my content and want to see me continue to improve in both quality and size, please check out my Patreon linked in the description. Any amount helps and it is greatly appreciated. There are so many rewards for each level of donation, so go check it out. Now back to the video. Hey guys, this is EmeraldAvengerG, and today's video is kind of a follow-up to what I was talking about yesterday about like this new set of ore variation. Makes me hopeful that we might get ore variation extra at some point in the future. So I just wanted, it's also an expansion on my video of future of ores of Minecraft, as well as talking about today's snapshot 21W08B, because apparently iron wasn't spawning correctly. It only spawned in the deep slate variant for some reason. I'm not really sure what would have caused that to happen, but it did. But it's mainly a follow-up because we now see there are more variants of many of the ores now, and it makes me hopeful that at some point we might see it expand. I mean, there are situations where, and this is anecdotal, but there are situations where I know in the past where granite, andesite, and diorite would basically overwrite. Like if you would go the update before they were added versus the update after they were added, there'd be sometimes where they would overwrite entire veins of ores. And I think since then, people have always suggested a solution. It's like if an ore were to spawn where andesite, granite, or diorite was, it would spawn in an andesite, granite, or diorite variant. And they wouldn't even really need a whole separate texture or anything like that. They would just have some ores coded to have a different texture if they spawn. Like since ores won't spawn, like since coal, copper, and emerald won't spawn here at all, there'd be no reason. But it basically, you have them have an adaptive texture to where they change what their texture is based off of what block they're on. Of course, another, it would have to stay the same because it just makes sense for it to be the way it is. But I would love if it had like some sort of adaptive texture. At least with these three. Tough is a different situation because now there are situations where when in the deep dark or where the deep slate is located, if an ore spawns around tough, or even like on an intersect between tough and deep slate, it will spawn with its regular stone texture. So I think it'd be cool if we just got tough granite, andesite, and diorite variants of all the ores. Of course, we have this up here because I'm still have my hopes up for at some point getting a new stone type in the end that can be used for stone tools. That also contains an ore, occasionally called metamorphite. But in yesterday's video, I mentioned that actually I do need to get something else. Yesterday's video, I mentioned that I would love there to be either a sandstone, like a sandstone cave type with a smooth sandstone, or red sand by extension. Maybe there's two variants, one that is maybe more popular with gold and the other that is more popular with other things. But then I would love to see a cave type that is like an ice biome where it only has gemstones or something like that, or maybe its own new ore called cyclite or something like that, or I don't know. There's something. And then I would also like, I thought something else. I would love to also see this stuff, prismarine, spawn naturally as a stone variant. And as I said in the video, the future of ores, possibly having ores spawn in it. Like, I think copper would be a good fit for it. I definitely think that maybe lapis would be good for it. But I would love to see it spawn. Like, my idea was like a prismarine crater. Basically, like, it'd be in the deep oceans, somewhere located around, let's say, an ocean monument. I doubt I could find one just real quickly right here, but it'd spawn near an ocean monument. Would just be a pit in the ground that would spawn in an ocean monument, or in a cave system below an ocean monument. It's just a cave inside the deep ocean, where these are pretty looking fish. Where it would just spawn as caves that are made of prismarine, or just pits that are made of prismarine, as if that's where the excavation happened that led to the creation of the ocean monument. And maybe there could be special ore types. Maybe even that could be where the glow squids actually naturally spawn. Or maybe they could add a new mob that's like what the organic version of the Guardian once was, or something like that. Or maybe it's where fish spawn in massive abundance. Or you can make it be a cave system that spawns exclusively underneath coral reefs, something like that. And with this one, it could be something that exclusively spawns under tundras, ice spike biomes, and other snowy biomes. And these two, mesa and desert. Like, it makes sense for this to be mesa because gold already spawns in abundance in a mesa. It would just make sense. But I would just love to see them expand on it. Of course, I have these two out here because I doubt, like, highly, highly doubt that since this is part of a geode, and this is part of dripstone spike, I highly doubt that we'll ever see these two become ore variants. Although, going on to this, I would absolutely love if at some point we could see, like, well, quartz spikes coming out of it or something like that. Like a quartz geode. A way to get quartz in the overworld would be a quartz geode. I think that would be pretty cool too, because it seems like the geodes, and specifically like the amethyst that comes as geodes, there's just not a lot that you can do with it. Like, what they have programmed in the game that you can do with it right now is very, very limited. Like, you can make a spyglass, and that's a tinted glass, but that's about it. Like, I feel like it needs to have more of a use, or it's just going to be another random block that fills up the underground, like, well, these are at the moment, because these are kind of purposeless, just for variation. I feel like if they would make it like a quartz geode of some sort, or maybe new geode types, and make them be something like an alternative that you can use with, like, say, wandering traders no longer require emeralds for trades. You can also have it be amethyst for trades, or quartz. Maybe they make amethyst decoration blocks that are similar to quartz, something like that. I don't know. So I want more variation. I have 4 requests for cave types: a prismarine crater, ice caves, or frozen caves with something maybe like a frost stone or cold stone or something like that, which is a stone that is like light blue stone that kind of blends in with ice, but it is a stone, and it's what holds the ores. Then I would like to see a sandstone cave and a red sandstone cave, or a mesa cave and a desert cave. And I would like to see more geotypes or more uses for the geodes, because at the moment, it just kind of doesn't do a lot. So, what do you guys think, though? Feel free to tell me your opinions in the comment section down below. As always, thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Follow most socials. Keep it back to the channel. Go to Discord, join the conversation, Patreon. If you feel like supporting me, this is Matt, the EmeraldAvenger. Have a nice day. Stay safe. Peace out.